Hello, Seka.
British Seka, what is it today?
A happy birthday.
Oh, wow. Actually being nice on my birthday? Thank you.
Not really. I just needed you to talk to me for a minute. Anyways, I heard the new shop is reset, and I wanted to know your opinions on what I should do in the shop this month.
What, the Starglitter shop?
Yes, it is exactly what I need.
Well, I guess so. I'm feeling nice.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do too. Like, are royal weapons good?
I don't know why you would think royal weapons are good, but we'll talk about
It
it.
was in the trailer for Rosaria.
Oh yes, I clearly forgot about that.
Oh my god. Alrighty, guys, it's time to do the shop. The shop is here. We're gonna go check this out. Asia Reset is now here and live. Zhang Li wants to tell us all about his life. Let's go check out what's in the shop. Okay, first off, gift shop, nothing. Paimon bargain. Obviously, it's gonna be Razor and Amber. The shop is fully reset. Oh man, we are back to month one. We are back to month one in the shop. Wow. Okay. So, we are back to the original month. Razor Amber. Okay, so if you don't know, if you just started playing Genshin after the last few months, this is the original shop. This is the first shop. This actually lasted for 2 months. This is the original shop in Genshin Impact. This shop shows potentially that we are going to have the next rotation after this, and will be exactly the same, and we will have the same shop rotations from this point on. Which means there's a 6-month rotation on the shop, which would be very, very good. 6-month rotation for each thing to return. That means if you wanted Lisa, Kaya, Amber constellations, these are the best time to get them. If you're trying to pick up Razor as a new unit, if you haven't seen my previous video, there is going to be a new potential artifact set next month. Potential. So picking up a fresh Razor could be good. As far as constellations for Razor go, please do not pick up any constellations for Razor if you are a free-to-play or budget player, not spending lots and lots of money in the game. This is not something you should be picking up for constellations. The only constellation that really feels super powerful on Razor, in my opinion, is C4 Razor. And going toward those constellations is not really that great. If you need Razor right now, someone on the current Venti banner, try to get Razor copies there. Don't waste your Master List Starglitter on constellations for Razor. However, if you want to get Razor and use Razor as your first copy of Razor, this is a good opportunity to get your first copy. For Amber, though, if you are a whale or you're somebody who's going to be playing the game long term, Amber, Kaya, and Lisa dupes are the only character dupes that I would even consider recommending getting out of the shop if you're going to be playing this game a very long time. The reason being is because Amber, Kaya, and Lisa constellations are not available on any banner in the game. They are not available on character banners, and they are not available on weapon banners. The only way you can get these characters for Amber, Kaya, and Lisa is if you are summoning on the base banner. Now, Amber is probably one of the weakest characters for constellations in the entire game. Kaya is actually a decent pickup, but not super good for constellations. C2 Kaya is probably the only constellation. C2 and C6 are the only ones I really like. And the last one is Lisa, who really gets a big power spike at C6, but doesn't really get power spikes before then. So Amber really only gets a good constellation on I believe constellation 4 is when she starts to get really strong. For constellations for Amber, C1 is not very good. It's just going to give you extra aim shot damage. I know you're having trouble seeing this right now, so I'll move it around. C2 gets you Baron Bunny. If you shoot the put, you get a big nuke. Not the best. C4 gets you an extra Baron Bunny, though, so you can drop a double Baron Bunny for alternate nukes, which is actually kind of nice for a big nuke Amber. But again, not the best. It is the biggest power spike I've seen for Amber. And then finally, her last constellation gives you attack as well as movement speed. All of her constellations are kind of whack, so if you really wanted to boost on Amber, try it on Amber. Sure, C2 and C4 are the really big ones, I would say, for damage, and C6 is kind of whack, but you don't really need any constellations on Amber for her to be usable. I don't know if I would even pick that up, but she's never going to be as powerful as Ganyu, and since Ganyu's in the game, I don't even know if I would recommend most people to pick her up in general. That seems kind of whack. All right, so let's talk about royal weapons, because a lot of people are going to be concerned about royal weapons this month because the Blackcliff weapons are gone. And we're going to go ahead and talk about those very briefly. Now, royal weapons, as time has gone on, have not increased in their power level, but they're really good for characters that hit a large amount of times. Now, one of the number one complaints or number one talking points about Rosaria is that the Dragon Spine Spear, quote unquote, could potentially be higher damage than the the Crescent Pike for free-to-play players. Now, my thought process on that, of course, for the Dragon Spine Spear and the Royal Spear, for both of these, the Royal Spear has a significantly high amount of base attack, whereas the Dragon Spine Spear has a really low amount of base attack. Rosaria has a lower amount of hits, not a higher amount of hits, but she does have a pulsate mechanic that actually will increase your crit rate over time. So there is a potential for this weapon to be okay on Rosaria. But do I recommend going for this weapon? Absolutely not. Most players should not be staying away from royal weapons in general, unless you're going for high refines and royal weapons, and most people are going to not want to go for that. High refines and royal weapons will give you a huge crit chance bump every time you do hit an enemy. So for people that actually have a large amount of hits, that can be a significant amount of crit chance bump. But since you're not doing a large amount of hits, I probably recommend staying away from the Royal Spear in general, even though you could potentially have some decent damage on this. I don't even know if royal weapons will also work if your character's not on field. I think the people that have brought this up have told me that the royal weapons do not work while you're off field, but potentially what you could do with Rosaria is you could snapshot her. And what I mean by that is that if you get that you miss a couple crits on Rosaria and then you all of a sudden pop an ulti and your ulti doesn't crit and then you leave the field or something like that, you pop an ulti first and then you leave the field, you could potentially snapshot the crit rate at that point. I'm not sure if that's how it would work, but potentially it could work that way. Not quite sure. But it could work like that. I haven't tried it yet, and I've never tried a Royal Spear, and I don't know if I will try a Royal Spear because, to be honest, an attack percentage main stat weapon is kind of bad in general. Just kind of bad. I don't really like it. So I recommend royal weapons are a big stay away this month, and I don't really think a lot of people are going to want to use them for Rosaria just because of that simple fact. Unless they snapshot in some way that you can actually snapshot the crit rate at a higher value and your fiber refines. That's the only way to work on it, but I don't even think they can do that. But the big thing here is that since this is the first month shop, the next month after this is probably going to be, I believe, the one with Kaya or the one with Lisa. What was the second shop? Does anyone know? So I found all the shops going back in time. The first shop is the Razor and Amber shop. The second shop was Bennett and Lisa for the next one. The third one was Kaya and Barbara. So next month, potentially, we could have Bennett back in the shop with Lisa. Pog on that, by the way. On the Lisa. On Bennett, for everybody else who needs him, Pog. Bennett's the only character that you could potentially buy constellations on. It'd be really interesting. The next shop after that will be the January shop, which was Fischl and Zhang Ling. And then the shop after that was Noel and Beidou. And then finally the shop this month, what we had for March, which of course was Noel and somebody else. I can't remember who. Whatever we have right now. But for all those shops talking about that, it's really good to have Lisa on the reset shop. Really good to have Bennett on the reset shop. I'm very excited to see about those. And I think that if you're going to be going for any of those characters, C6 Lisa is really where she gets a power spike, and I think that's going to be the big one for her, but only the biggest of whales are going to have that character max in constellations. Constellations for Kaya, C1 is great, C2 is great, C4 is trash for damage, but increases your survivability, and then C6 is a big bump in damage. So if you're going for C6 Kaya, it's your best opportunity to do so, unless you're going to be doing crazy amounts of summons of the base banner, and it takes thousands upon thousands of dollars to get the base banner characters. So the best way to get the base banner characters or the Star Glitter characters up is going to be through this way. So otherwise, you're going to be kind of screwed on getting constellations. So my recommendation right now for most players right now is to actually save all your Star Glitter, because potentially next month, if you're looking for Bennett constellations like a lot of people, or you're trying to get Bennett's going to be in the shop. Please, again, do not use any of your Master List Star Glitter for summons. It is a giant waste of resources. If you're looking to get a Bennett for your first copy of Bennett, great. Bennett constellations are one of the biggest things that a lot of people go for Bennett. So I definitely recommend, if you're thinking about Bennett, I think Bennett constellations are insane. Every single constellation for Bennett is good, and they do give him a huge power spike, and he's one of the best characters in the entire game. So definitely go for that. However, the more constellations you get on Bennett, the harder he is to go forward. The other thing is that Bennett has not been on a banner in a significant amount of time, and he may be on the banner in this upcoming month for Rosaria child and maybe Fischl. That's my prediction on what it's going to be. So that's what I recommend doing. Of course, everyone else, make sure that you're going to be going to the Stardust Exchange, picking up your wishes with your Stardust shop stuff, and make sure you get all that done. Let's go ahead and do some wishes here because it's my birthday and I might as well do some wishes on Asia. I'm going to save the rest for Rosaria because we got to save for Rosaria, but we got 6 wishes here, so let's do it. And hopefully get something good. Oh, no, shift. It's always a shift. It's always a shift. I think we did a couple wishes the other day, and like I ended up getting like nothing. Oh God, no. Oh God, not like this. Oh God, no. I only have 2 summons left. Oh no. Mihoyo, it's my birthday. Don't do me like this. Oh, Mihoyo did me dirty on my birthday. Oh God. All right, guys. Well, my name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, of course, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Let me know, guys, what you're gonna do in your Star Glitter stuff in the description, on the comment section down below. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you want to join us, we're always live on Twitch TV every single day, just chilling out, doing stupid shit. Bye, guys.